So I would like to first introduce the shrimp hobby to y'all, because we've always been towards the fish keeping hobby, the ornamental fishes. It's always been fish, and we also wanted something for the shrimp, ornamental shrimp that is needed for our community. So I think this kind of sessions will help us a lot to understand better what is shrimp keeping and what is about the shrimp. How do you cater to shrimps? How do you manage to have the water levels and everything? So we'll be covering everything, and whatever questions that you guys have can also be noted, and we'll have a question and answer session towards the end of the the person who's going to come is very special to us. So he's been in the hobby since 2008, who started his this particular career as a shrimp breeding since 2008, and over the years, about over two decades, I could say. So he's evolved from shrimp keeping hobby to now a founder of the Blue Whale Life Tech company, which is a complete transformation, just like our journey. Every single journey was been there. And a round of applause to Abhishek Malik, who will be presenting this complete event today. And let's all be interactive and engaged with this.
Sure.
Thanks. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you, Thank you guys for spending Sunday with us. So initially started as everybody started with red cherry shrimps and other. Then Adib gave us the first batch of crystal reds. That time we didn't knew what happened. So it started, then females used to get buried. We never saw any babies. That's how we started interacting with the international people. I have judged the Shrimp World Cup in 2019 in Germany. I have presented multiple research papers in Poland, along with in UK also. So generally when shrimp started, we see the reason why we get interested towards shrimps is that we get multiple colors of them. There are close to 100 plus odd varieties. So initially guppies used to take this segment, which now shrimp has taken over this segment. And there I see a lot of females also there. If you go towards the European side, you will see massive breeders who are females. The ladies leading that side. I hope that in India also someday that happens. Now there are hundreds of varieties. In Neocaridina also there are like 20-30 varieties. In Caridina there are an endless number of. These are very easy to breed actually once you understand about the water parameters, etc. And the colonies become self-sustaining. Okay, and it is one of the fastest growing hobbies now. If you see a shrimp mold, until and unless it's a sick shrimp, don't take out the mold, let them eat it, because it's a good protein source for them. Even similarly, when you are doing the same thing, do the same thing if you are keeping crayfishes also, because both the ones follow same trajectory. Even your crabs, you will see that the molting is, if it is younger one, you will start seeing it happening every 15-20 days. But once the age mature, once it is towards the last stage, you will start seeing it's gradually decreasing 1 month plus, 1.5 month plus. But if it is baby, you will frequently see it's happening in every 2-3 days. Now these are the shrimp parameters. I've classified generally for this audience just into two segments. One is the Caridina and second is the Neocaridina. So I'll first go with the Caridina. Now Caridina requires a certain bit of fixed pH, 5.8 to 6.5. I'll just post this shrimp and parameters thing itself. I'll share recently the challenges we are facing with V2. Okay. GH is 4 to 6. KH is as low as possible 0 to 1. And temperature, it should not cross more than 24. There is no right and wrong. Which is you guys think was failed mold? You know. Which one? Top right. Then you're really right? Okay, fine. What is which one you guys think is the bacterial infection?
The orange one. The red one on the bottom right.
Bottom right. Okay. Which one you guys think is planaria?
The mixed shrimps, no? Red, yellow and blue.
Right. Which you guys think is hydra? So generally, if your water parameters are not up to the mark, so right now you just raised that question, right? So if your water TDS is so high, your shrimp's shell will become very shiny. So, but it won't be able to mold. And some of the times you will see that half of the exoskeleton is hanging and other things. Failed mold is your shot gone case. Okay. Second is this bacterial infection. This becomes some kind of a red patch on the body of the shrimps. Predominantly, it's not treatable. Okay. Third is the green fungus, which
I have a question. When you say bacterial infection, if one shrimp is infected, that's
entire colony slowly will get infected. I'll come to it how you guys should treat it. Third is the green fungus. Green fungus only comes in Neocaridina. Okay. Most of these diseases, it's actually come in Neocaridina only, except the failed mold. Bacterial infection, it is there, but bacterial infection, most common amount of reason is improper water condition. Your water filtration and other things are not there. Don't just sit on the start your filtration and don't just clean it. Clean it after a particular time. Okay. Green fungus only happens with Neocaridina, where normal hobbyist will see, oh, my female is carrying eggs. But that is not eggs, those are green fungus. This predominantly happen when the shrimps are bred at a, okay. Sorry. So the shrimps are bred at a mass ponds. Can you treat it? Yes. Is it 100% successfully? Can you guys treat it? No. Okay, so whenever you see these kind of things, first and foremost thing, take out the sick one and then start treating it. Salt bath works for them. So 1 cup of pure water, 1 cup of hard rock salt, mix it, drop it for 10 to 20 seconds. Do it daily for next 20-30 days. If it molds and you see there is no green fungus present there, then you have taken care of it. Next is Hydra. Hydra, you guys haven't seen in your tanks Hydra till now? You have seen. Okay. So Hydra is something which is actually not harmful for the big shrimps, but it is harmful for the small shrimps. It's generally attaches to the glass or any kind of surface, and it's a tri-head kind of a thing. Now the best part of Hydra is, if you crush it with the finger, it will split into 2 to 3 parts. And those 3 parts, so earlier you had 1 problem, now you have 3. So don't do that. Okay, and how do you kill Hydra? Any thought? Any thought? It's very, I'll give you a very jugadu way to kill those. No? Then your shrimps also will conk off. Inside the tank. Okay.
Put a small fish.
Yes, small fish also you can put, but again, there will be collateral damages in shrimps. Okay.
For some time.
Cucumber for? No, they won't come there. They were sticking on that glasses. No, I'm talking about Hydra. Okay. Pixie snails, it eats, but it is not documented. And pixie snail is nowhere across in Asia. It's only in Europe. Okay, I'll tell you guys. You guys know lemon. Take out lemon juice. Okay. Use a syringe, the normal syringe which you get. Dose it directly on top of the hydras. It will die instantly. Scuturella and Vorticella are identical to C, and this also predominantly it comes to Neos only. Scuturella and Vorticella, one comes to the gill region and the second one comes to the nasal region. That is the only primary differences. How you guys should treat this? Salt bath. Now my favorite among all of them is the planaria. If it wouldn't have been a pest, I would have kept them. So until Chris and Uli, they documented it, we never knew that when Hydra eats its when Planaria eats its, let's say, any red color shrimp or yellow color shrimp or blue color shrimp, it takes that coloration. So if it takes red color shrimps, it will take red coloration. If it takes yellow, yellow. And one more best part about which I like about Planaria, it passes the information to the next generation that shrimp is tasty. So the babies also know 2 generation, 3 generation that my forefathers told me shrimps are tasty. So if it wouldn't have been a pest, I would have kept them. So when you're using acidic soil or any soil, don't compromise on the soil, i.e. the cycling phase. Now, many of the places people use fish along with fish cycling. There is no hard and fast thing because some uses some drops the fish food to get the cycling done to be faster. So you can get those things done, but ensure to invest on proper test kit. Okay. Don't go with the Amazon test kits, the ones that you see in Amazons. If it's not an issue, then go for original HANA, because pinpoint on other meters, it does not come here. When you do cycling, so let's say I'll take the example of acidic soil. When you drop a fresh layer of soil, it will automatically leach ammonia and other things. Do a heavy 50% water change after 7 days. Again, do one heavy water change after 15 days and see where your ammonia levels are at 2 weeks or 3 weeks down the line. There are a lot of beneficial bacterial colonies or the products also which you can put into the tank. Put those and ensure your tank is properly cycled. Now, drip acclimatization is also one thing. I need you guys to follow this thing. Whenever you get any shrimps, ask the breeder or the LFS what is their water parameters. And if there is a delta between your tank and other tanks, try to reach that gap. If it is not possible, then do one thing. How we do drip acclimatization is that I have a tank here and I'm getting a new stock of shrimps. From there, one air pump and that controller valve, 1 drop per second, till the time, let's say 2 to 3 hours. After that, when the shrimp is acclimated to the tank water condition, just take out the shrimps and drop it there. Don't overfeed. Okay. It's not just Planarian Hydra, it will bring across, it will start spiking your water conditions also. Okay. Do underfeeding, but you can do multiple feedings if it is needed. Like 3-4 feedings also you guys can do, but do small amount which they can finish in quick time period. Do not keep the neos in the caridina conditions. Do not keep the caridinas in the neos condition. Neos can get adjusted to the caridinas, but not the vice versa. So when you go for one category, target that category and do. Again, cleaning of the filtration is very much needed. When you are using a sponge filtration, don't just take it and put it into the kitchen sink, wipe off everything. Then your beneficial things also are gone. So just ensure you do it in your old tank water itself. Right? Do the same thing with your canister, but don't overdo. Like monthly, if you have a big sponge filter, once in 1 month is more than enough. Canister, if you are using 2 to 3 months, I used to follow that thing. Mixing shrimps. Again, neos you can mix. I mean, if you like blue, orange, green, etc. But if your end goal is I need to produce very good quality of shrimps, keep the colony separate. Okay. But again, with caridina, that thing completely changes, because with their crossbreeding, you have new varieties which is coming up. Presently, the boas which are high in demand. Wrong tank mates.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Now, when you say
selective breed and have a good colony of shrimps, right? Could you also help me understand what is cull and what is culling and why people do that?
Now, again, good question that you asked. Culling, let's say each breeder has their own goal set. There is no yardstick for it. But again, let's say if you're doing, I'll take the example of Neocardinas. If you're doing blue shrimp, if you see any yellow shrimp, green shrimp in that colony, that would become your cull. Okay. And if you see only blues are there, it's still good. But when you do breeding also, when you want to become or go as a breeder also, introduce new lines into your breeding colonies after some time, or else excessive amount of line breeding will crash it. So you will see that some amount of fishes, etc., on shrimps also, which are coming into the market, which are deformed. So fishes, you will find that the face is, both the lips are not in sync. One is little ahead and one is behind. That is because of excessive amount of line breeding. So try to introduce new lines always inside the system. Now there is two kind of breeding: selective breeding and cross breeding. Selective breeding, it's dependent upon on the breeder itself. I am going little bit into the biology side. If you guys feel bored, let me know. Selective breeding, it generally happens on the neo side. Okay. The more yellow, the more red, the more blue, that happens. Selective breeding happens in your CRS side also. Like you need red color leg, you need spider leg, you need pure white leg, you need double S, triple S there. My personal thing is crossbreeding. I do a lot of crossbreeding because I have that fascination towards the orange color eye and the silver color eye. Generally, black color is aggressive gene, red is recessive. Orange eye recessive, silver eye recessive. Orange eye and silver eye, it means that the shrimps are blind. It's not a coloration, it's just a blind. So if you are keeping orange eye shrimps, don't decorate your tank so much because they work on senses. You cross a CRS with a CBS. Right, CBS is a black coloration, that's a aggressive gene, and red is a recessive gene. So in first generation, you will find 75% of the babies to 80% which are coming, which are black, 20% which are coming red. If you keep on crossing with them, you will see at one stage, if you're not selecting properly and letting nature take its own course, you will start seeing black is becoming much more aggressive one. Okay, so at that point, your intervention is little bit of needed. But again, it is there. Some people like the boas. Boas is created from the galaxies and other things. There are many calculations, many time which people have spent 2 years, 3 years to create that. Initially, there was a blue boa. Now there is a red boa, orange boa, ivory boa also. Now I have seen green boa also. Huh? Consent. Sunset boa. Okay, that's what. Now they have this nova and other things. There is one guy in Germany, Alexander Branconjo. He's not a big commercial breeder, but he is winning left and right every competition from last 4 or 5 years. He just works on orange eyes. His shrimps are like 800,000 euros with a wait list of 6 to 8 months. And he is working from a very small unit, let's say 20, 30 tanks. Okay, not massively like, yeah. So both the sides have its own pros and pain areas. Okay, but if you do crossbreeding, selective breeding, which you bring initially to the market, it's like what people used to do for guppies. It's a time consuming, it's a lengthy process, but it's a rewarding process. Okay, I mean, if people get to know that, then this Taiwanese breeders and others itself, they will fly down and meet you in India. That is the situation. So it's not just always you need a very big commercial place to do that. Culling, it's up to you. Japanese like more red. The rest of the world likes more white. Taiwan, Germany, even us also, we like, I mean, I'm speaking from my side. I like more whites in CRS, but Japanese like more red. So their PRL definition is different versus our PRL definition. So it's up to you. You should have a goal, what I need to do, what I will create. Okay. And then do that. Avoid unwanted cross. Okay. Neocaridina, if you have certain things from your calculation and other things, no, you are fine with it, you will do. But don't do mix and match like red, blue, green, yellow, etc. It does not work like that concept. That we had that prism light concept. Now you put a light and it will go. That coloration thing, it does not work. Okay. So again, why there are not so much orange eye boas also into the market, or there are CRS boas also, CRS orange eyes also into the market, because when orange eye, boas itself is a very big hodgepodge. There are many gene pools which are associated or integrated already there. So people predominantly don't touch that thing, and there are chances of coloration issues, etc. also. So don't have this, avoid this unwanted crosses. The big challenges which is there is, if you are going with multi-tank thing, multiple tank syndrome, the most amount of time that we spend is water changes. Okay. Like your Sundays, one pipe is that side, other pipe is that side, running across home. Your spouse will get angry, start shouting. Go for automation. It's a one-time investment. If you're having multi tanks, go with it, because through this reason itself, we have cut down a lot of manual hours. We don't need anybody manually to monitor that thing. We even have sensors which are placed in each and every reservoir. So you are asking, right, that if there is TDS changes. So we have censored on everything. If there is any sensor thing, it will come in on our phone. Okay, even for temperature and light controls and other things also. It is one-time activity. One time you might feel, but entire world is moving towards machine learning and AI side. So we also start doing the same thing. Now, don't spend much of your time on manual activity. Our job should be to create good amount of shrimps and other things, not doing water changes running across. You are asking what kind of test kit that I use. We have that. I have that HANA briefcase kind of a thing which gives your pinpoint TDS, pinpoint pH, means in double decimal. Okay. And it gives your microsiemens, which is nothing but the European standard for TDS measurement. Temperature we have censored, which is there. So don't just buy anything which you randomly see in Amazon. We have a tendency to see there, because ideally if you see KH is not a measure which is scientifically acclaimed by the water industry or the chemicals engineering side. That is the aquarium industry which only uses. You won't find any good laboratories, grade equipment manufacturer who are doing KH, but they do for general hardness. So invest in good test kits. You don't do DIY, because it's up to you. Even if you want to do, you can go ahead and do it. But your time, valuable time, should be spent across on doing manual, not value adding activity, rather than running across and doing manual activity. If somebody is making very good tanks, somebody is making very good filters, somebody is making very good thermostats, do that. I have people who are US and Europe breeders who each year changes their thermostats. That too, I'm saying AIM, Jagger, those kind of thermostats. Okay, because the livestock is much more important than one of the equipment. So, but we have a tendency, I'll put this, I'll put that, I'll put that, I'll do that. Avoid that, because it's if I do a time versus value comparison, it does not add up. What was the third? Consistency, yes. Be consistent. Don't be reactive. Always be proactive. Okay. I have like close to 180 tanks which are running, and I don't need to bother now. It's running on their own. Every water thinks it is fixed. We have spent 1 month, done. Fishes tanks also, we took like 1 or 2 months to get it running properly. The drilling automation, but once it will start, after initial 7 days, we don't need to monitor. It's just that daily, every day, only manual activity which we have kept is
Fish food.
feeding. That also we can automate, but that is the reason we have kept to see if everything is active or not active. So be consistent. You should always, like, say, weekly spend 1 hour or 2 hour. You don't need to spend daily 2-3 hours. Then something is wrong at a fundamental level. You shouldn't do that. Okay. Invest in good equipment. Keep the basics right. Keep it steady. Mistakes are bound to happen, but ensure that the same mistake does not happen second times. Okay. Future is how many of you think that future is a shrimp wire commercially viable or not?
The question that I ask myself is, it is very complex.
It sounds complex.
Yeah, no. Proper accuracy.
Right.
Very so I am thinking as to what is the potential market, because not everyone would be keen to keep it on a like a normal cube as a pet.
Hmm.
Those who are into this planted hobby, they want to keep these beautiful shrimps in a proper atmosphere. So if that is not viable, so I will it be commercially profitable in future is what I'm thinking.
Okay, so you're mixing aquascape with the
Yeah. For the market, because the market for aquascape is wide.
Ah.
I think for shrimp breeders, it's not the end consumer. It's like you need distribution, so you probably need to sell it at mass to aquarium shops, maybe. So it could be.
no, it depends again. Like
Like, who is buying it? Buying these shrimps? What I
many people are buying, or else why do you think he is talking? We are doing right. There are plenty of people whose bread and butter is these things only. Right. Why somebody has made Mercedes C-class from this? You know, from a day-to-day job, it's not possible. Right.
A live example would be, so like I told earlier, so that's Pavan who's there. Pavan.
Hey, Pawan.
Just wave your hand to everyone once. This is Pavan. So he quit his running job actually a year, 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, close to 1.5 years ago. And he's full time into breeding, not only Caradina shrimps, but into ornamental fishes and everything.
Right.
So he's particularly focusing more on shrimps now and trying to see what the market could do. So it's again about the risk that you take and what you, it all depends on your interests, I would say.
Market is always there. Market always will be there. Bangalore is, you can consider as the capital of shrimp keeping in India. Okay. Rest, because all the other places, let's say all the other metros, Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, they are not blessed with the weather that you have.
Yeah.
You need weather, you need AC maybe, let's say, for 15-30 days. Then you are done.
Right.
Right. So, right. So, but again, for a breeder and not to become a successful breeder or become a successful thing, first you need to learn properly. Right. Then only people will start respecting things. Okay. Now there is market and other things, but again, you need to choose what is the market you want to cater to. There is a big market who goes for China items. Right. There is a big market there is a good amount of decent market who goes for German items. So as a breeder, it should be your end goal, which one? I don't want to cater to the first market. Let's say the China market. And I have a selected thing itself where I work on the orange eyes. Or now the silver eyes that is there. Right. So it's up to you. But everything is a painstaking, challenging thing. We have now a very big setup for shell dwellers. Okay. So we couldn't create it in overnight. It took us 4 or 5 years to get it done. And it started long back when it was here itself. So do these things.
I think we'll have to be successful first as a hobbyist before
Right.
we getting into breeding. That's what I would believe in, because once you're successful in you being a hobby is when you will understand that you can mass production is possible.
Right.
So in case you want to become a breeder at the first place, I think that's where the mindset changes.
Right. See, in today's world, today's scenario also, with after 10, 15 years, we did not accounted for V2 cell to throw us off track, but it threw us off track. So if you think, oh, I'm done, then you are done. Need to come off at. So I am taking some episodes now from Pawan. Okay, after some days. So I have to me with along with my person, we have to go back to drawing board. It's like a fresher kind of a situation, though we have experience into keeping other things. Like, okay, what is there? There is one guy in quite social from Germany. His name is Kevin Floskans. Okay, yes. I'm speaking with him on a recurring basis what all he's doing. So the more prepared and thorough you are, the more easier things will be. Any question?
Breeder's perspective in mind, let's say somebody is breeding as a hobbyist, but what are the markers, like cost and how to sell, where to sell? What do you think?
Sell it to him only.
That's why we are here. That's why you have all the shops
House
in
shop.
Bangalore. So we have multiple hobbyists who does this in regular basis. They mean not only shrimps. Shrimps in particular is the most. The neocaradinas are more easy. So you have snails. You have multiple options or fishes that you could do, and you can sell it to your local stores. In fact, so it's more profitable for them as well as for you.
When you think of making it as a business kind of a thing, you have to do many more other calculations also. Let's say you are doing it right now from home, you're not accounting a labor cost, you're not accounting place cost, you're not accounting the electricity cost, the overhead things which comes across. Even let's say the taxation and other things also. But let's say when you go to a commercial things and other things, you need to account for that. Let's say you can be very well equipped to handle a tank. You know what disease is happening in your tank for your shrimps, but your people may not be. Right. So those things, many of the home breeders who started to get into commercial thing, they stopped because of this thing only, because it needs 24/7 of their attention. I'm not here to scare you guys off. I need more and more people to contribute this thing, because the if you travel abroad, you will see that there is always a very good community. In Singapore, you will find good community. In Thailand, Thailand is not much into shrimps and other things, but they have very good pleco and other community.
Now, in Thailand, we have David Liu, right?
Which one?
David Liu, the guy who PNP.
PNB.
So his son has got a. So when I happened to visit their farm, so they have about an acre of land where they have these cement ponds.
Ponds.
So they have all the shrimps. You name the shrimp, the release shrimps, the neocaradinas.
They have.
But they aren't successful in the caradina varieties because
Right.
it's not much of the water temperature or the water. I mean, the weather doesn't support them much.
Right.
So when you see, that's the way it has to be scaled up, like you said. If you're doing it in small scale, it can just be only as a hobby for you.
All right. So that's how you need to start thinking of it. We should have a stronger community of our own people, where less amount of ego, more amount of knowledge sharing and other things it is there. In Taiwan and other places, you will find people who are, let's say if somebody is breeding CRS, they are expertised in CRS. Somebody is breeding Pinto, they are expertised in Pinto. They have a close community. So that thing India also needs to evolve if we want to put it into the global map. Okay. In future, if it is possible, there is one guy who won a Singapore competition as a second prize few days back. So start testing yourself into the international competition. All right. That's how people will get to know you. That's how things avenue will open. You will know. Even when you reach out to international experts also, do a little bit of your homework. Then ask them.
The main interest of this event is to share the ideas, and the community has to be built for every single thing. It's not more of sales or You want to have some sales. It's more of the community.
When I
setting.
don't want to touch any commercial side also.
So that is the main
Yes.
reason we wanted to have informative videos, informative content coming through people, through explaining. Round of applause, guys, to Abhishek for coming here, sharing his ideas and thoughts for the community. I think it takes a lot of time and effort to share the ideas, and people gathering here, living your Sunday night and coming here itself is a big opportunity for us. We all together build the community together,
Yes.
get the ornamental shrimp hobby as much as high as possible. I think kudos to everyone here.
Yes.
It's been a great evening.
I'm
See you all.